You nampak apa kat skrin ni?
Saya nampak investment bank.
Okay.
Hong Leong Investment Bank.
Okay. Tadi saya test je. Macam maksudnya adakah macam mana skrin saya. Okay, so basically ni hari ni tengah closing ni. Tengah closing. Okay, saya 4.45, 4.50 tu dah closing. 4.50 closing. Trading at last. Okay, maksudnya harga dah tak berubah lagi lah. So harga dia akan berada dalam, contohnya kat sini kan last kan. Last 13 sen ni, ISB ni kan 0.13. Inilah harga yang kita boleh beli, harga yang kita boleh jual. Tak boleh tukar-tukar lah. Masa time biasa boleh tukar lah. Masa time trading tu kalau dia maksudnya harga dia boleh turun naik kan. Okay, so okay, inilah pasaran saham yang kita punya topik hari ini ialah tentang saham tentang takaful, dan terus lepas tu kita akan pergi pada regulatory system. Alright, so saya okay, nampak muka saya dan juga nampak slide
Betul, nampak dua-dua.
Okay. Nampak tak slide tu punya tulisan tu? Yang penting tulisan tu.
Nampak.
Okay. Okay, so takaful. Takaful. Last time kita cerita tentang banking, right? Islamic banking. Dan dia ada banyak kontrak kan, kontrak-kontrak yang boleh kita guna pakai. There are a lot of contracts that we can use in the Islamic banking. And then, but we must be able to suit, okay, which contract which would be suitable for different products, okay. For example, if you are looking at banking, okay, for savings, we are using wadiah, okay. Mudharabah is for the investment, okay, for fixed deposit. And then for credit, we are using murabaha, okay. We are using istisna and so on.
Right.
Okay, also use tawaru and bai'inah. Bai'inah is actually being phased out from the banking system because there are some controversial issues regarding about the backdoor of riba, they say, for the Middle Eastern scholars. Right. Now, for the takaful aspect is actually for it's a financial instrument for the Islamic Muslims, whereby they want to get protection. Okay, they want to get protection from any catastrophe or any problems with health and so on. So we can actually divide. Okay, it's actually almost similar to the conventional insurance. But the contract which is being used by the takaful operators a bit different as compared to the conventional. So conventional will be using premium, and then you will be the fee premium will be able to pay if you are being in accident or you have to be admitted to a hospital and so on. Okay, right. So the problem is that when
Prof, boleh Prof buatkan slide tak? Sebab dia nampak slide tepi-tepi. Jadi besarkan.
Apa dia besarkan slide? Oh, besarkan slide. Oh, okey. Kejap. Saya share balik. Okey, saya ambil yang saya kecil je lah. Saya kecil sini okey.
Prof tekan yang tu. Okey.
Alright. So basically the concept of takaful was first introduced in Malaysia in 1985 to fulfill the need of general public to be protected. Okay, the issue is that we want to be protected because if you look at the hierarchy, okay, so of what you call it in financial wealth planning. So basically, firstly, we need to be invested, to be protected, and then lastly, we want to distribute our wealth, right? So in accumulating our wealth, so we need to ensure that, okay, the wealth, the asset, for example, or your daily, what you call it, health and so on, is being protected. Okay, so the legal basis for the establishment of the takaful operation was the Takaful Act, which came into effect in 1984. So 1985 nak established, 1984 mesti ada akta dulu, right? So basically the act is actually a binding rules and regulation, okay, whereby the Takaful operators must abide, okay, too. And also we as the general public also can refer to the Takaful Act, so that we are being protected, and also our there is actually justice is being held for us. Okay, so insurance as a concept does not contradict the practices and requirement of Sharia. In essence, insurance is synonymous to the system of mutual help. So basically, they say that, okay, now if you compare, for example, in Iran, for example, the insurance, they say that is actually Sharia compliant, okay, the conventional insurance, right? So basically it depends on the different jurists, okay. Okay, so saying that, okay, the conventional insurance is actually Sharia compliant or not. However, for Malaysia, okay, so we I mean the Muslim jurists really think that the normal insurance is not following the Sharia compliant, because one of the thing is that it's actually all the proceeds sometimes are invested in non-Sharia compliant asset, and secondly because of the gharar issue, uncertainty in the contract of insurance, and also some of the we call it the contract, okay, like gambling, right? So the element of gambling or maisir, okay, as the consequences of the presence of uncertainty, which is the gharar, and also interest, okay, in the investment activities. So that's why the Muslim jurists in Malaysia and many majority in the world say that insurance, conventional insurance is not allowable, and therefore the they come up with the takaful, okay, which is actually based on the contract of helping one another. So basically, takaful is also, we can say it's an insurance concept in Sharia, okay, where a group of participants mutually agree among themselves to guarantee each other a defined loss of damage, okay, that may inflict upon any of them by contributing as tabarruk, okay, or donation in the takaful fund. So you just think like this, khairat kematian, for example, kan. So we are contributing certain amount of money every year, for example. And if some of our neighbors, for example, die, so what happens is that our contribution is actually uh, is is actually like a donation from us, but we have uh, constantly paying it, okay, every year. So that fund will be used to assist the family of the deceased, okay, for burial purposes, for the what I call it, to mandi jenazah, right, and also for ambulance purposes and so on, right. So basically, that is how actually we as Muslim communities, in the spirit of brotherhood, actually trying to help the our uh, Muslim brothers, okay, in the what I call it, in the dire of needs, okay. But what is actually, it's emphasized unity, okay, cooperation among participants. Now, takaful is not a new concept, as it had been practiced by the Muhajirin of Mecca and the Ansar of Medina following the hijrah of the Prophet over 1,400 years ago. So tabarruk, okay, tabarruk is the agreement by a participant to relinquish as donation. So it's actually like we are helping others. It's not considered as premium or fee, but it's considered as our donation. A certain proportion of the takaful contribution that he agrees to pay, thus enabling him to fulfill his obligation of mutual help. So when you are in trouble, you're being helped by others. When the others are in trouble, you are helping them. So basically, it's actually like a joint guarantee should any of his fellow participants suffer a defined loss. All right, now the concept of tabarruk, eliminates the element of uncertainty in the Takaful contract because it's actually donation. It's not a premium. It's not a fee, right? So the sharing of profit, okay, or surplus that may emerge from the operation of Takaful is made only after the obligation of assisting the fellow participant has been fulfilled. In 1997, the Malaysian Takaful industry took a leap forward with the formation of ASEAN Re Takaful International Limited. So this is, we call it ARIL, okay, as an offshore Re Takaful company in Labuan. So basically, you have Takaful, then another company which is Re Takaful. So basically, this Takaful will be Takaful again. So that's what we call Re Takaful. Okay. So the establishment of ARIL was to create a vehicle for more dynamic Re Takaful exchanges and providing additional re-takaful capacity for further reduce their dependence on conventional reinsurance. Faham tak? Sebenarnya this we call it the uh, can say these takaful operators, okay, they also have we can say risk, right? So they also have risk. Okay, so if they have risk, so who is going to help the takaful operator? So that's why they have to re-takaful their takaful, right? So a combination of long-term investment, this is type of business, family takaful first, the family takaful. It's actually a combination of long-term investment and mutual financial assistance scheme. So basically, yang ni dia ada macam investment link. Okay, takaful with investment link. So the objective of this plan is to save regularly over a fixed period of time, to earn investment return in accordance with Islamic principle, and to obtain coverage in the event of death prior to the maturity from a mutual aid scheme. So basically, I want you to imagine is that, okay, instead of you saving, okay, by yourself, okay, every month, for example, you join this scheme, and then it's actually say that, okay, you save, and at the same time, you are being protected. Faham tak? Tak nampak lah saya. Orang-orang ni. Oh, memang tak nampak eh? Memang saya tak boleh nampak you all ke? You all buka kamera ke?
Saya nampak Prof.
Tapi you all
Buka
buka kamera?
Saya
Buka kamera? Buka eh? Oh, tapi saya tak nampak you all eh?
Saya buka Prof.
Okay, buka. Dia buka kamera tapi saya tak nampak lah maksudnya masa time tengah tu. Okay, just nak familiarize with this setup ni. Maksudnya saya hanya nampak skrin saya, contohnya apa ni, my PowerPoint, but I didn't cannot see this. Okay, sebab apa kalau saya buka ni kan, saya nampak tu je. You all hanya nampak gambar saya je kan?
Saya nampak slide. Saya nampak Prof.
Okay. Alright. So do you understand what I'm trying to say just now untuk family takaful tu? So you have your savings, and also you have your what you call it, the protection. So ada dua lah, okay, ada dua. Ya, tapi for me myself, okay, I want to do the saving different from my protection. What you call it, takaful, because for saving I want to for example to invest in whatever vehicle that I want lah, as compared to being done by the takaful operators. So each contribution paid by the participant is divided, okay, and credited in two separate accounts, namely the participants, okay, special account and the participant account. Okay, so ada dua lah. Okay, satu untuk what call it investment, satu lagi untuk protection. So the participant special account contribution is credited into this account on the basis of tabarruk. Amount depend on the age of the participant and the cover period. So PSA itu adalah donation. The PA is go to saving and investment only. Okay. The PSA go to donation. PA go to savings or investment. Example of cover under family takaful business follows. Individual family takaful plan, takaful mortgage plans, takaful plans for education, group takaful plans, and health and medical takaful. You all ada apa? Ada plan apa you all?
Ada health saja.
Ada health. Okay, so berapa sebulan you bayar?
Yang dia bayar lamsam setahun
Ha?
terus.
Macam mana? Dia bayar
Bayar
lamsam?
setahun terus.
Oh, setahun. So,
Ha.
okay. Itu bayar setahun ya. Okay, ada yang bayar bulan-bulan. Saya bayar bulan-bulan. Ni saya ada. Yang ni saya tak ada. Ni saya tak ada. Ni saya tak ada. Ini ada. Sorry. Ni ada. Yang ni tak ada. Okay. So, saya ada dua je lah. Okay, medical dan mortgage. You all ada medical?
Saja pun.
Okay, kalau ada medical, okay lah. Because the cost of medical is quite high at the moment. So, if you are admitted to the hospital and you have to do some operation and so on. So, basically how the bills, okay, being sent to you is actually is the contribution by others. Okay, contribution by others. Faham tak? So, orang lain yang derma kepada you punya bill tu. Okay, contohnya you have to pay 90,000. Pay 90,000 ringgit. Tapi you are not paying because the takaful will be paying it for you. Okay, the takaful will pay the bills for you 90,000, and this 90,000 comes from other participants. Understand?
Prof.
Alright, the type of another takaful is we call it general. So the first is family, the other one is general takaful. So this is purely for mutual financial help on a short-term basis, usually 12 months to compensate its participant from any material loss, damage, or destructions that any of them might suffer, okay, arising from a misfortune that might inflict upon his properties or belongings. So basically, contoh lah kan, your properties, okay, your assets, your car, okay, and whatever lah you want to takaful, right? So the contribution that a participant pays into the general takaful is wholly on the basis of tabarruk, which means donation. Okay, so dia tak adalah donation and also investment tadi. If at the end of the period of takaful, there is a surplus in the general takaful fund, the same shall be shared between the participant and the operator in accordance with the principle of al-mudarabah. Okay, provided that the participant has not incurred any claim or not received any benefit under general takaful certificate. So dia boleh dapat, okay, the profit share tu, but the participant must not have any claim lah. Dia tak adalah claim pada waktu tahun tu kan. So dia boleh terima profit. Tapi kecil lah profit. Okay, it's not that as much as normally when you are compensated, okay, because of misfortune. Okay, and then the various type of general takaful scheme provided by the takaful operators include fire. Okay, fire takaful scheme, rumah terbakar. Motor takaful scheme, accident, miscellaneous takaful scheme, marine takaful scheme. Marine ni maksudnya you want to make sure that your goods were being shipped, okay, or maybe your ship also, okay. So you have this marine takaful scheme. We have a list of takaful operators: Etika, HSBC, Hon Leong, Prudential, Sun Life, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia, Takaful Ikhlas, Zurich. Okay, saya nak tanya. Okay, you all pernah guna yang mana? Sebab selalunya kereta tu kan kadang-kadang you tukar ni lah, tukar ni lah. You ada kereta ke?
Ada Prof.
Siapa bayar? Saya tanya
Saya
dulu.
kereta Saya kereta guna Takaful saya rasa.
Okay. So you guna Takaful. Siapa yang cakap tadi? Saya tak. Yang cakap guna Takaful siapa?
Ya, Hasmin.
Ah?
Hasmin.
Okay, tapi semua Takaful ni. Takaful Malaysia ke?
Takaful Malaysia, betul.
Okay, Takaful Malaysia, Hasnin. Okay. Apa ni, satu kereta je. Mana tahu ada 10 kereta.
Ya?
Mana tahu ada 10 kereta. 10 Takaful. Okay. Yang ni saya pernah pakai Takaful Malaysia, saya pernah pakai Takaful Ikhlas, saya pernah pakai Zurich. Okay, saya pernah pakai Sun Life pun ada, tapi Sun Life saya rasa bukannya ada juga untuk property. Fire ke property saya tak ingat. Okay, Prudential BSM Takaful ini saya pakai, tapi Prudential saya untuk family lah, family. On Leong tak pernah pakai, HSBC tak pernah pakai, Etika saya pernah pakai. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 ni saya pernah pakai lah. Lainkan dulu. Okay.